This is our news, the weekend edition, and on the broadcast tonight, a shooting in a Haitian village leaves one man dead and another in hospital. Plus, one activist says Haitian nationals want answers from police who killed one young man in a Haitian shanty town. And one job fair attracts hundreds of Bahamians looking for employment at the country's newest entertainment venue.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Good evening, I'm Andrew Knowles, and thanks so much for joining us. One man is dead tonight and another fighting for his life in hospital following a shooting in a Haitian village off Calpin Road. It was shortly before 1 a.m. Saturday when police say a group of Haitian nationals were hosting a social event in the Haitian village. But that event would turn fatal when two men reportedly emerged from bushes, both armed with weapons, and opened fire on the attendees, hitting two men about the body. Now, when paramedics arrived on the scene, they pronounced one of the men dead. The other was taken to hospital, where at last report he was listed in serious condition. Police are appealing to anyone with information that can assist with apprehending the suspects to come forward. Meantime, one man will be charged in a magistrate's court next week for possession of an illegal firearm. Officers were on patrol last evening in the area of Dorset Alley when they observed a suspicious man standing near a building. When the man saw officers, he attempted to escape but was pursued and apprehended. Police then searched the male and discovered a .45 Austria pistol and 7 rounds of ammunition in his possession. He was taken into custody. Well, the Haitian community is demanding answers following the shooting of a young man in a Haitian shanty town off Joe Farrington Road on Wednesday evening. Community activist Louis Georges says those close to the victim feel like a bad picture is being painted of him.
You tend to hear that the common narrative, whereas, and we see it, the police put it out themselves. This individual is wanted, this individual was known. So just putting that out there alone at the beginning, before even putting the story out, triggers something off in person's mind and say, oh, it's a bad boy. So, that causes not to have that much public outrage and interest in trying to find the truth and getting the real justice here.
Chief Superintendent Solomon Cash said the victim was known to police, but Georges questioned if shooting to kill was the only option.
We've seen it happen time and time again where police have been involved in shootings and killings, and overwhelmingly you may find people saying, had this person not been this type of person, had this person not done this or that, then they probably would be here today. And so they're blaming that person when in fact you never know. It could have been, whereas a misunderstanding, we could have gone about it another way. The person could have been restrained and didn't have to be killed.
The activist said at the end of the day, the truth will reveal itself.
Based on what I've gathered from persons in that area, I know a few persons who would have grown up, who considered the individual who lost his life a friend. They feel that he was wrongfully shot. They feel that it was a wrongful killing at the hands of the police. I personally can't say it is that, so I don't want anyone to think that I'm siding on any which way. But I think we just need to let the legal process play itself out, and the truth will reveal itself.
The search continues for a second missing person following a plane crash which departed from Nassau yesterday. The U.S. Coast Guard rescued one person after the cargo plane crashed off the coast of Miami around 12:15 p.m. Friday. The FAA confirms that it is a Convair 131B aircraft registered to Conquest Air Cargo in Miami Lakes. The cargo company provides daily air cargo service between Nassau and Miami. Now, the company released a statement saying they were made aware that one of their cargo aircrafts declared an emergency and attempted a water landing. The U.S. Coast Guard, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, and Miami Fire Rescue responded to the scene for the search and rescue. So far, only one person has been rescued. In other news this evening, hundreds turned out to Fusion Superflex on Friday, but they weren't there to watch a film. Instead, the long lines in the facility were of those seeking employment. Our Jillian Gray was there and filled us in.
It was standing room only at Fusion Superplex as hundreds showed up eager to snag one of the 60 spots that the company is offering. The job fair, which officially started at about 9 a.m., offered positions in the areas of accounting, food and beverage, sales, security, and theater operations. Many of the applicants were there before the doors opened, and while some left because of the wait, others say they were not deterred.
I'm going to try and stick it out, but I do have one or two things I need to do, but I will try to stick it out.
We're 2 hours now.
2 hours? And how long have you been looking for work?
Well, since this year start.
This teaches me a lot. Teaches me patience because it's not only me, it's a few others, a lot of people here. But all I can do is pray and wait.
The line, which started at the door, bobbed and weaved through the foyer, past the concession stand, down the halls, finally filling 3 of the theaters at the facility. Chief Human Resources Officer Travers Sherman said they are looking for 60 full-time staff and 50 on-call staff. There were about 600 people in the facility, and Sherman added that she expected to see much more before the day ended.
What I did expect was that we would have had persons who were excited, but this turnout is actually beyond what I would have expected based on our previous experience with job fairs. We had about over 100 persons waiting on us from 7 a.m. and I think that before the end of the day we would have about 1,500 persons here.
Now, the recent job figures show a rise in unemployment, especially among young people. Sherman agreed that the job fair reflected those recent figures and added that she's happy they can put a dent in those numbers.
We do have a lot of unemployment in the country, but you know, the Department of Labor is doing a lot with the labor on the blocks and different initiatives, and I think we're really putting a dent into it. Here alone, we brought on 450 full-time persons when we launched, and so it is a reflection, but I think it's trending in a positive way because a lot of people are here on their off day. So a lot of people here that we're seeing also have other jobs.
Once fully staffed, Fusion staff complement will reach about 525 people. Though the applicants' average age ranged from 20 to 35, Sherman said they aren't looking for a specific age group, but rather anyone with excellent people skills.
We have a lot of young persons that are still in college that we're very happy to bring on. And then we have retirees that we're excited to give that second chance to, who can come and help to enrich the environment. And so we're very inclusive in our environment and our approach to talent, and so there's no age that we're specifically looking for. It's all about the attitude, the energy, and the willingness to be of good service.
Reporting for Our News Weekend, I'm Jillian Gray.
All right, thanks a lot, Jillian. We will take our first break here, but still ahead tonight. The Small Business Development Center receives a huge monetary injection from 2 major banks. We'll tell you all about it with Our News. The weekend edition returns.